Hello, welcome to European Open briefing for Tuesday, July the 10th. I'm Rafi Barajan, currency analyst at xm.com, and we're going to be taking a look at what's happening in the currency markets today. So we've got quite a bit of risk-on sentiment this morning as earnings are coming back into the focus. We've got the US earnings season starting off on a Friday. We saw a strong close on Wall Street yesterday that helped the US dollar rebound, and we can see most Asian indices are in the green this morning, and in Europe we also have a fairly positive start, though in Germany the DAX is slightly weaker. So the dollar is rebounding, and we're seeing other pairs, mainly the pound and the euro, retreat somewhat. The Aussie and the Kiwi, though, although they are slightly weaker this morning, they did make impressive gains over the past 2 days. The pound has steadied after yesterday's rollercoaster ride on the back of Brexit developments. We saw resignation of 2 government ministers. The gold did also get a bit of a boost from that Brexit uncertainty. It rose to 2-week high. The weaker dollar also helped the gold prices rise higher, but this morning we're seeing gold slightly weaker, and oil prices are being boosted this morning on the back of supply disruptions in Canada, Libya, and now in Norway as well, where there's likely to be oil workers strikes. So if we now take a look at the main performers this morning, we can see WTI crude at the top there, up by 0.5% over the day. Pound dollar has now started to head higher again. We'll look at pound dollar a bit more closely shortly. Dollar yen is up next, and at the bottom of the table we've got euro pound. We did see strong gain for euro pound yesterday, but as the pound has steadied, euro pound has retraced some of its gains from yesterday. Let's now see what's happening to dollar yen, because it has risen back above the 111 level, rising to its highest in 7 weeks, earlier hitting 111.20. The dollar index yesterday had slid to 3.5-week low of 93.71. It's also now rebounding, trading around 94 at the moment. So the main reason for the dollar rebound is we're seeing higher treasury yields, as well as strong gains on Wall Street, with Dow Jones, the S&P 500, and the Nasdaq all closed at multi-week highs yesterday due to expectations of strong earnings results when reporting gets underway on Friday. Plus, we're seeing absence of any new headlines regarding the US-China trade spat, so that has appeared to be to have moved into the background, at least for the time being. Looking at the pound now against the dollar, we can see that yesterday it did rally to 3.5-week high 1.3362 before tumbling to as low as 1.3188. So the pound did get an initial boost from the news that on Friday the UK government, the senior ministers in the May's government, did finally reach an agreement on what kind of a Brexit the UK would try to negotiate with the EU. But then that was soon followed by resignations of key ministers, including the Brexit Secretary David Davis and the Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson. We saw those resignations triggering fears of a leadership challenge to Theresa May. But since then, several conservative sources have said that there is a very, very low chance at the moment for a fresh leadership challenge to Theresa May, and we're seeing the pound steady and in fact resuming its gains against the US dollar this morning. The euro also rose strongly yesterday. It hit a 3.5-week high 1.1790 before retreating somewhat. We heard fairly hawkish remarks by ECB President Mario Draghi. He was speaking in the European Parliament. He said that the projected path of inflation appears to be self-sustained, and he reiterated the view that interest rates won't rise before summer of 2019. We've also been seeing very strong data out of the Eurozone recently in a sign that growth in the region is rebounding. Let's now take a look at the main releases in today's economic calendar. We can see we're going to have important UK data coming up shortly. If those data do come in strongly, we could see a rate rate hike by the Bank of England on August the 2nd when it meets. We're also going to have this EU economic sentiment out of Germany and some Canadian data, as well as the US JOLTS job openings. That's it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.